a show programmed and sponsored by Advanced Orthopedic Care Associates. Tonight we're going to switch our focus from surgical topics and talk more about the conservative treatment of back injuries. Tonight we're going to focus in on the lumbar spine, the most commonly injured site in the body and one of the most common major expenditures in the disability region. And so we thought we would show you some basic things, starting out with walking, standing, sitting, and even sleeping, followed up by a program of exercises that you can do at your home without any equipment and help strengthen your back. With me this evening is our physician's liaison, Toni Barnes. Toni, thank you for being here. Thank you. All right. And welcome to our show this evening. And Toni's going to be our volunteer demonstrator, sort of pressed into service, and delightfully so. Toni, one of the first things we're going to talk about tonight is how to walk. Surprisingly, people don't understand that if you walk in an odd way, it can aggravate or even cause lower back pain. The common way you need to walk is to strike your heel first and allow your foot to roll over onto your toe. Toni, if you'll demonstrate what we were talking about earlier. So she's striking her heel first and then rolling over the midfoot off onto her toe. Now, Toni, show them the way that some of the patients walk by shuffling their feet. And you see now she's striking the midfoot or the toe first. And what happens is if she can repeat this one more time, first, now if you'll focus in on her back, this is her shuffling, and you can see her back has to sit a little bit forward. The posture is not the same. Now if we can come back again with the heel hitting first, and watch how much better her posture remains in terms of the lordosis or curvature of the back. Let me explain something that we'll be talking about. If I can get the camera to focus on the side view of her back, the curve of one's lower back is called the lordosis. If the curve is lost, and if I could have you, Toni, bend forward a little bit, that's called loss of lordosis or kyphosis. We want the proper amount of lordosis because that's what allows your spine to be properly aligned in terms of its position and its balance. So it's very important for the discs, in order to preserve their function and their integrity, for that we walk properly. So again, when you walk, concentrate on walking on the heel to toe method. That's part one. Now let's talk about something we all do every day. Let's talk about standing. Many of you may have jobs where you stand in certain positions for periods of time. And it can hurt your back because you know what it is. It gives you a chronic backache and you find yourself inadvertently reaching for your back to try to give it some support. Now what Toni's going to demonstrate is with the use of a small footstool, and it can be smaller than this, is one of the proper mechanisms for working or taking pressure off your lower back is just to prop your foot on one lower edge. And just by doing that, you allow your curve to come back more into balance, and you take the pressure off the joints of your back and off the discs. So this is a very simple little thing that you can do to take the pressure off your spine, is to use a footstool. Now let's go to sitting, another common everyday thing that we all do. What can we do to help ourselves with sitting? Well, in sitting, you always hear about proper posture. And one of the things that's obviously important is, do you have a chair that has a good back? Now, this chair is leaned back a little bit, and you'll notice that in order to really maintain your posture, you have to sit pretty straight. If you allow yourself to go back and into the back, automatically you lose that curve. You lose the lordosis. So there's several things you can do. Let's say you're sitting at a job, working at a computer station or at a desk all day, answering the telephones, whatever tasks are important for you to do. One of the things you can do is to purchase a lumbar support. Now this is a specific type of support called an obus form. And this particular obus form, as you can see, even has a small pillow for your lower back. Now after doing this for 14 years, I can tell you that I have seen many patients simply improve their job efficiency and lessen their pain and discomfort by purchasing this simple pillow. Now let me show you how it works. It basically, Toni, maybe you could reach around right there. There we go. And as you can see, now she can maintain her curve. And this pillow, for example, let me move forward just a little bit, is adjustable because of this, of its attachment, and can be placed right where your curve of your back is. Now, Toni, does that feel more comfortable to you? Okay. And the pillows do not have to be that elaborate. There are simpler pillows, but this is one of the more sophisticated pillows on the market. It allows you to adjust your position, and it's very, very effective for patients with chronic backache, and it's very effective for preventing chronic backache. Now, the other type of situation we run into, what's the other common thing? We all spend anywhere from 6 to 10 hours a day, depending how fortunate you are to get plenty of sleep, and that's sleeping. And many of the questions I get as a specialist are, how do I sleep, Dr. Thomas? How do I sleep most effectively without relieving my back pain? And Toni, if I'll have you lie down on our simulated mattress here. I want to remind you it's a call-in show. If you have specific questions, please don't hesitate to call in the number provided on the screen. And let's just assume this is the pillow. All right. Now, the first